Temperature, tree 1. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 29.83. ILS runway 25 in use. Landing and departing runway 24. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Sierra. Orly Airport information Sierra 1700 Zulu. Wind tree 19er at 7. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 10,000 feet, few clouds at 14,000 feet. Temperature, tree 1. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 29.83.
Entering editor.
ILS
Please
runway
wait.
25 in use. Landing and departing runway 24. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft
Exiting
read back
from
hold
editing
short
mode.
instructions.
Please wait.
Advise controller on initial contact you have Sierra. Orly Airport information Sierra 1700 Zulu. Wind tree 19er at 7. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 10,000 feet, few clouds at 14,000 feet. Temperature, tree 1. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 29.83. ILS runway 25 in use. Landing and departing runway 24. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft
What's up, everybody? Yeah, this is Kurt H. I'm the Lazy Farmer. This is something new. It's in the name, Lazy Farmer Simulations, so I might as well do something else other than a train. And I have been revisiting Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and I do have 2024. I'm still evaluating it, but I've got some questions and concerns. So I'm going to stick with 2020 because I know, well, my Fenix works. I know Fenix works over there now too, but there's some other issues. Now you see up on the screen, up in the upper left-hand corner there, I've got the Simbit World's A Pilot's Life. This flight is through A Pilot's Life. You might have heard the voiceover from about an editor. I'm using GSX, ground services. So I'm playing with the editor on that, and it's supposed to line the I need to get the injector going. It's supposed to basically you can modify each stand and go to an airport like here at Orly. It's all the planes don't line up, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me get into the sim here. So this plane is lined up right here along. So the gate can connect to the airport or the airplane. Honestly, when you first load in, this but anyway, when you first load in, this plane is sitting facing this way here, and so I went through and adjusted it. And so now it's supposed to, whenever I load into this airport, it's supposed to automatically be like this, and it's not. So I just bring up GSX and then close it back, go into the editor, then it puts everything where I edited it, and we go from there. I don't know what this fire truck's doing, that's the thing. But I also remember too that I need to get the injector going for all the other aircraft here. So give me a minute on that, and we'll go ahead and start pre-flighting. So let's get this off. I'm going to be using, this is FlyByWire's utility here, and I go with the injector and just hit start. As I hit start, we can minimize that to keep that going. And waiting for the injector to load up. I've already made all my changes, so I'm just going to say no, the injector's going. Let's go ahead and minimize that. All right. And yeah, Malwarebytes, leave me alone. All right, so the injector, you can see all the planes are starting to pop in, and that's what I'm talking about. Look at this plane here. It's not popping in on the taxi line. So, but anyway, it is working, and I mean it works for. But that's who I'm flying for over there. But this is what the injector does: is it puts in a lot of extra planes and extra traffic. I have it turned off. We do see some people flying. I think you saw a plane take off that had a band, you know, the tag over it. But okay, enough chit chat. Let me go in and let's get inside and get started here. So let's go look overhead. Batteries on.
Temperature, tree 1. Dew point, 10.
Did I not turn you on? Oh, it's on. Okay.
3.
And let's get ground power going. Okay, ground power's on. And we'll start over here. Cruise supply. Ground. Everything else we need to do go is good. We're going to get our nav going. ADR's up. Get that cycling. Come down here. We'll do nav and logo. It's daytime. Don't really need those. Don't need wing lights. We're not going to turn beacon and strobe on at this time. I'm not going to do any taxi lights, takeoff lights. We'll get those later. But we will go ahead and arm the emergency exits, and we will go ahead and set up no smoking because we're going to be refueling here in just a moment. So ground power is now on. All right, let's go ahead and. Why is this off? That should be on. I don't know why I did that. Okay, it doesn't matter. Both batteries are on. Okay, good. So let everything stabilize. And let's come down to look at our center console here real quick. We'll turn this to a TARA. Set that. Okay, and then we already got clearance. So I am using, I got beyond ATC. I've been fighting with that too. I fought yesterday with Microsoft's ATC. It did pretty good all the way into Barcelona. That's our flight today, is from Orly Airport outside of Paris to Barcelona El Prat or whatever it's called. And everything was fine, and they actually dadded me down to where I could intercept the glide slope, which I did. And then once I intercepted the glide slope, they wanted me to go to 5,000 feet. And for some reason, they were thinking I was like miles away from the airport. And here I am, I'm on my final in the glide slope, and they want me to climb to 5,000. Not going to do it. So beyond ATC, I was fighting with them as well too. I'm supposed to be able to speak to it. It can recognize my voice, but when I get into the simulator, it's a setting somewhere. It's a lazy farmerism, so yeah, it is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead. Now I do have the Airbus TCA Captain's Pack. So I've got the flight controls over here. Yep, they're looking good. All the way up to Toga and back into full reverse. Perfect. Flaps looking good. Well, I've been on those spoilers. Now I'm on flaps. Hello. Brake. Parking brake. Moves. Perfect. Okay. So just want to make sure. I do have it already configured. I'm on the Fenix Airbus. I'm flying the Fenix A320 today. I have the complete Fenix set up. I got the 319, the 321, and that's what the thumbnail is of the 321. So, but on the Fenix, if you have the Captain's Pack or any kind of other controller, you do need to go into your MCDU, which that has been officially budgeted. WinWing has the MCDU out. It's about $150. I will be getting that. I will also be getting from WinWing. We got the flight control modules, but it's 3 different units. It's $300 for the entire. Let me see if I can scroll back a little bit. No, yeah, I can. Okay. So basically, it gives you. You don't worry about these outside, but it gives you this piece, and this piece. So you have for $300. So I will be getting that. Along here, I might as well uncage my artificial horizon here, or cage it. There we go. All right. So anyway, yeah, so I'll be getting this, and then I will, this is going to be, I think between the two, what I would use most, and I use a lot during the flight, is the MCDU, so I'll be getting the MCDU. I might actually even record an unboxing, and normally I don't do live, I don't show me, I mean, this is not about me, this is about what I'm doing and what I'm playing, so All right, let's go into, now I do like to go over to the second MCDU, or the co-pilot's MCDU, and I will go into the ATSU, AOC. I don't like saying AOC because it reminds me of a politician. First thing that I want to do is I'm going to grab weather, do a weather request, and we are currently at LF, F. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong area. LFPO, enter that in here. I want the METAR data, and I sent the request. Okay, so now we're going to come back, let that settle down. It'll probably already be there. Yep, it is. Weather data. There's my weather for this area here. I am also using SimBrief. So we're going to go over to the electronic flight bag. We have one that's Control 3 on the Fenix, brings you to the electronic flight bag on the pilot side. Control 4 brings you to the co-pilot side. I don't really use the co-pilot that much. What's up, Tailgater? How you doing? Not trains today, that's what I'm doing. So, alright, we're going to do, let's see, I want to go into, and we're going to go, and I'm using SimBrief. I already have the flight plan already put in. I am 10 minutes behind schedule, so let's add some time to this. I'll set it for, let's give myself a little more time. Hang on, let's go here. This is in Zulu time, so I think, it's about an hour. That's more than a plus time. We might leave a little bit earlier. Awesome. Glad you're doing well. Always good to see you. Alright, so let's go ahead. That's our flight. So LFPO to Barcelona, which is LEBL. And this is our local departure METAR. I'll need that up. And then this is our route departing out of, I believe, I think we're going off to 06 out of airport. Oh, I got to pull up SimBrief, so I need to look at that. Also, I think I might have messed myself up. I was doing some settings and stuff, and I have everything turned off except the ribbon guidance for taxiing, because I just haven't figured out airports yet, but there is a way to pull up the chart, and I can also look at it on, there is a chart on the front page. You can see it there on the upper right hand corner of the airport that I'm at, so I can follow that as well too. But anyway, alright, I digress. Let's go ahead and get back into the MCDU. I'm going to go in flight management. We're going to do diffs. So data, init, flight plan, secondary flight plan, RadNav, and then init page B, and then performance. That's our basic setup. So we're going to go into data, and really there's nothing here. I just double check. We got about a minute left before our IRS is aligned. So we're going to go into, and I can probably turn off ATC at this point. Let's go ahead and we'll tune to Orly ground.
Taxiing hold short runway 24 using taxiway French B9er 1 Sierra Heavy.
Alright, and so we will do our flight number today is, I gotta look at that T, okay, so our flight number is TVF 4758. That's our flight number today. Let's pull up SimBrief dispatch. We'll get that fired up. Alright, and I'm going to view our flight plan here. So this is injected into, this isn't a part of,
Orly ground Europa 26 kilo uniform, requesting the end of pushback.
sorry, this isn't a part of Microsoft. This is injected in, so I can get my flight plan here. I can also get it on the electronic flight bag as well too. But I'm just going to pull this up. My cost index today is 5.
Orly ground Europa 26 kilo uniform with Sierra ready to taxi IFR.
Get that out of our way. Cost index is 5.
hold short of runway 24 via taxiway.
And I think our cruise, let's go look at the thing. And pilot brief here, we can go look here. And our flight level is...
Taxiing hold short
Where's
runway
my flight level?
24
I always
via
get
taxiway
confused on
Europa
these.
26 kilo uniform.
Got a lot to learn. I am not a pilot in any way, shape, or form. I just play one. It doesn't scroll. I'm trying to scroll it. I probably went by it. This is not... It's probably telling me right in my face and I'm not seeing it. But I do need all that. Optimum flight... Planned optimum flight level. Really? Okay. Oh, here it is right there. Cruise flight level. There's my cost index. Cruise flight level 350 today. And the cruise temperature is minus 48. So back to... So we go 350 slash minus 48. Here's our cruise temperature. We go back to the electronic flight bag, and I want to go look at the METAR. And our ground temperature right now is 31. Oops. So, and we go 3, 1. There we go. And how's our IRS in it? Okay, we are now aligned. Perfect. Okay, let's get a wind.
Orly ground, France Soleil 76 Zulu Quebec, requesting pushback. France Soleil 76 Zulu Quebec, pushback request accepted.
It sounds like somebody else is actually here flying. Let me go. Oh, I don't want that change log. I didn't mean to click that. Let's see. I want change aircraft, follow. Oh, here we go. Change it to airline. See if anybody else is on. Okay, anyway. What's up, Roadburner? I'm doing well. How about yourself? Welcome to my shenanigans for the day. Alright, so we are done with the init. We're going to go to the flight plan. We're leaving out at LFPO. Let's pull up SimBrief again. I wanted to... I don't know if you guys can see that right there. We are flying... Oh, 2-4. Okay, so 2-4 today. So we're departing out of 2-4. I was thinking 2-6. I mean 06 is usually what I do. This is new. We'll see what it. No, we'll see if it messes up. Flying from Orly, Paris to Barcelona. I'm using a pilot's life, and that's my assigned flight today. So that's the first of two. I'm only going to be streaming the first one. Okay, Eric's 2Q is what I'm looking for.
Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Eric's 2Q, and there we go. And then we'll go down here to arrival.
Short runway 24 using taxiway France Soleil 76 Zulu Quebec.
Am I following a checklist? No, I should. 2-4 right. I think that's where I came into last night. I fought with ATC. ILS 2-4 right. There we go. And what is our star is Albi2W. Albi2W is right there. All right. And let's go down here to airport, and yep, I got a discontinuity right there. Oops, wrong way. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of all those other messages. Give me a clear and clear that, and then insert. Okay, we're all connected. We're good. And if I wanted to see that, oops, there we go. I could be looking here. Let's get back out of this. I can see better this way. Let's get rid of that. No. It's supposed to be minimizing. Why aren't you minimizing? Alright, I'm going to go to plan. And, oops, change my view here a bit, and if I go ahead and I can scroll through, I'm just making sure I don't have any breaks in my flight plan. Looking at the screen right there. Do I have technical name? No. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. All right, next. A320 today. Fenix A320. It's all in the description, but thanks for asking anyway. Don't mean to be rude there. But yeah, I'm flying. I've got the Fenix. I've got the entire Fenix, like, well, 321, the 319, 320, 321. Today I'm using the 320. Setup is all pretty much the same. I like Fenix. They're very easy. What came with microshaft is, see, and we're going to go to div rip. Oh, secondary divs. Secondary flight plan, copy that. All right, and then we got our VOR and our frequencies, perfect. Okay, performance. No, I want init, sorry. I want init page 2. Alright, I need to get 0 block fuel. We don't, I haven't even started loading it. I did check my blinker fluid. Yeah, it took me a while to find a dipstick. You know what? It's getting warm in this room already. Let me, it's supposed to be 110 here today. Alright. I'm actually going to put the fan on me so you might get a little bit of wind through. Alright, AC's on. It's already, yeah. It's, alright, anyway. It's going to be hot. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get started. I should have been started this a while back. But let's do this. Here we go. And request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Okay, I need to change that because they're driving through each other, but alright, here come rear stairs. I don't know if this is supposed to come out. I don't think I changed when I went in there. You know what? I grew up with a Siamese cat. My mom had one, and that cat became my absolute best friend. So, opening aft cargo doors. It should do it automatically. I'm going to sit here and wait. If it doesn't do it, then I'll get into the flight bag and do it. Yeah, he's okay. So they're like, let's get into flight bag. Go here. Oh, I was right where I needed to be. Ground services. Aft cargo door. Forward cargo door. And these two as well. Yeah, see, jetway docked, you will not see passengers. So for some reason, this one came out to that plane, but this one, and I was at that stall too, and that jetway wouldn't come out to my plane. That's the airport situation here. So I made some changes, and then on that stand, I actually got rid of the jetway and had 2 stairs come out. So you actually saw, and actually on this stand, I have not even put in the waypoints yet for the passengers to walk out. So I chose this one because I wanted to see what was going on here. Well, you know, luggage, there's no luggage, okay, but carts aren't loaded with luggage. That's so GSX is not perfect, but it's very configurable. So that's the best pace about it, because I could have had a marshaller here. I probably chose a stand. The tug was like way, where was it? It was like all the way over here. So I now moved it right here in front of the stand, so it just pushes in. Now, this airport, like I said, the way it's been set up, yeah, the way the airport was set up is that the tug actually like did a 180, instant 180. So when I get ready to push back, I'm just going to push back straight, I'm not going to tell it to move my tail to the left or the right or anything like that. That seems to work best at this airport. So I need to put in yet have passengers come out. I need to fix that. So, and we'll put a second. I'll get a second stair ramp in here. All right, where are we going? Let's get some refueling going. That's kind of nice that he pulls up, but yeah, there's like no luggage on that cart. Depends on the airport, I guess. I'll tell you, the Siamese cats, man. The thing about them, they're probably, of all the cats that my mom had when I was growing up, the Siamese was by far the best mouser. We had no rodent, we had no infestation on anything. I mean, it was just a hunter. And yeah, if I was there, perfect. But if I was in the Boy Scouts, I'd go take a camping trip somewhere, come back. Oh yeah, it's hilarious because he'd be pissed that I was gone. All right, and then I come back, and he had to, wherever I was at, he had to sit with his back to me just to let me know that he was pissed off at me. You know, and it's just like, okay. Polish Airlines. There's a joke there somewhere. I'm not going to go there though. I really want to, but I'm not going to. Alright, so these things are loading up. I did call for the fuel truck. Passenger loading process. We're at 30, so passengers are loading. We can get out of here. Quit looking at this stuff. Let's go mass and balance. So I'm waiting for passengers. It's saying up here the passengers are loading, but I don't have. I'm going to just go load aircraft, boarding and fueling. There we go. All right. So it's going to start. GSX is going to start soon. I forgot. I completely forgot that Fenix has that integrated. Once you have GSX, it puts it in the flight bag. I don't know if it does it on airplanes because I've only been flying the Fenix. But yeah, if I wanted to do the boarding instead of doing it through GSX, I could have did it here, and then it automates the entire process, and I would still see all this stuff going on out here. So this is kind of cool. You got a little bit of life. Without GSX, you don't have life on the ramp. All right. Let's get back in and keep doing what we're doing. Where did I leave off? Oh, that's right. I'm off here. We can't really do much more over here because I need to get the zero fuel weight and the center of gravity and the block fuel. That all comes from the electronic flight bag. So I will tell you, we've been cleared already for 12,000 climb and hold 12,000 feet until we're told to do something different. At least I can set that. And other than that, we're basically just on the holding point right here. I don't even want to start my APU yet because I don't have fuel. Okay, so cat or dog? I had both growing up, you know. So I had a golden retriever. I want to get this plane in. What's up, Ken? How you doing? Gotta load the passengers. Yeah, I'm not like you, just jump in and fly and leave everybody behind. People are still looking for their baggage. Dog. You know what? If I had to choose, I had fish too. Remember the 1989 earthquake that rocked? It was the during the World Series the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland A's, which was, you know, on the other side of the bay. And I think it was the second game. I can't remember. Yeah, you're here to bug me. That's fine. There's a reason why I'm not in Discord. But yeah, I remember that. I had a 55-gallon fish tank, and I was up in Sacramento, which is like 2.5 hours away from where we lived. And we raced to get to the house. We saw smoke coming up from the bay, so we didn't know how bad the earthquake or how bad our house. Get there, our house was fine. The only thing is my 55-gallon tank was laying on its side, broken and shattered, all my fish dead. You were born in 96 and from Kansas. Nice. You're a baby, 96. Man. Yeah, no, 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake. That was like a 7.2 or something like that, but it hit down in San Jose, which is South San Francisco Bay, and I was living in North San Francisco Bay. We actually felt it in Sacramento, like I said, which was 2.5 hours away drive time. So, all right, where's all my passengers? If I have to restart this and load instantly, I will.
Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives.
So don't load aircraft. I'm already loading the aircraft. Where you been, lady?
Orly ground, Transavia 5-6 uniform, November requesting pushback. Transavia 5-6 uniform, November pushback.
Here come the catering trucks. Gotta have food. Gotta have food for the passengers. So this is actually my bad. Yeah, I forgot. I could have just did the load screen from the EFB. And so if a EF5 tornado hits Sacramento, what might the damage be? You know, well, EF5, honestly, since we're not prepared for tornadoes, and out here we obviously don't get those, but we do get hurricanes. So we'll get some, especially if it's during the middle of winter, and we get what's called the Pineapple Express which is a storm front that comes from Hawaii. We've had some. I remember one storm in particular that was pretty close to like an EF5. I forgot what the rating is for hurricanes, but it was taking semi-trucks. You parked and laying them on their side, and houses being destroyed, trees being torn down. So yeah, we do get now as far as tornadoes. Lately, the last few winters, right here, I live in the Central Valley of California, and you see that when you watch my train stuff. I've done some, because what's modeled in Run 8 is actually right where I live. And there's a town maybe about 30 minutes from here. Last winter, they say it was an EF2 that touched down there, out here, it would tear up a lot of fields. Sacramento, it would probably destroy some buildings inside of the Sacramento, the city of Sacramento. Outside, it would just tear up cornfields, rice fields, tomato fields. So Sacramento is the north end of the San Joaquin Valley. San Joaquin Valley is the massive agricultural area here in the state. My volume seems low. I can raise it up. You know what? I've actually compared. Here, let's do that. Is that any better? I think that's about where I have it for Run 8. I'm still like. This is also a test stream for this. But later on, if you're available, I came back on, Ken, and I think you had already come and gone. That hurricane was pushing that was pushing it. It was. So. Alright, looks like, yep, closing the doors. Alright, looks like we've got our catering done. Let's go back to the flight bag. Let's see. Oops. Get back in that screen. Fuel's there. This didn't load up. This did not load up correctly. We'll see if it fixes itself because it's not supposed to load passengers because I didn't do loading aircraft. So we'll see what happens. If not, then I'll resend everything and do it all over again. But I'll do it instantly. You guys get to see that. Then we'll get this thing in the air. I think I screwed GSX up. That would have been another lazy farmerism. Fuel truck's finished. So configuring, I went with the fuel tank in the ground. Wait, so your company is showing up, so that's what you go and play Minecraft? So the EF5 could be a mile wide. The hurricane hit like all of Central and Northern California. Not saying that's a good thing, and you know, not trying to be outdone, but I'm just saying we have our things, and of course, you know, we can see the hurricane coming. We knew it was coming. What you can't see coming are earthquakes. All of a sudden, next thing you know, you're rocking and rolling. Now where I live now, there's no faults. Well, there's no actually they say there's no faults, but there are technically all through the Sierra Mountain Range active volcanoes. So you're not going to play Minecraft until 2? Well, what kind of host are you? Your company shows up and you say, "Okay, thanks for showing up. I'm going to go play Minecraft now." Ken, that's not how you treat your company. All right, let's get into this. Yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to reset everything. Load. Wait for it all to reset. Come on. Where's my load? Oh, I got to pull in from Simbri first. Yep, 37 minutes. Let's update my time. I got 23 minutes. It won't take that long now. Ground services. We can close all these because I'm just going to do this instantly until load aircraft. Instant. Boom, there we go. Aircraft is now fully loaded. We got all kinds of fuel. We got all our luggage. We got all our passengers. Everybody's sitting there waiting. Cool. All right. So now we get to do all this stuff over again. Oh, actually, maybe we don't. Let's see. Let's go back here. I'm going to reset that screen. IRS is all nav. All right, we're all set. Good. Okay. Init. Okay, wind. Looks like we all got it. Yeah, well, it looks like everything's still there. Perfect. So we are up to init page B, 0 fuel weight and block. So we'll go back over here. 0 fuel weight, 125.5. And block fuel 31.9. $31.9. And the 0 fuel weight. What was it? Oh, wait a minute, I'm doing that wrong. I just did that wrong. I'm an idiot. It's a lazy farmerism. I'm not going to crash this plane. 125.5, 31.9. I got that wrong. All right. 125.5 and then 31.9 was there. Block fuel. Where's my block fuel? Actually, I want... I already have it up. I have a strange feeling that I think my AC might have gone out because it's getting hot in here. Landing weight, I need to know that for later. Fuel, block fuel, okay. And I believe we're at 7.5 is what our block fuel is. There we go. And then we need trip runs. I need to go back. I'm going to go back over and look at it. Over here, I'm looking at the website. I need to go find trip 31 landing weight. Pull that up. I need my top of descent, top of climb. There it is. 243.37. Come back over here. 243.37. And well, that's right. You know what? In the bills, I can put that in. I don't need to put that in over here. All right. So, and then performance. We're kind of back over here. So we're going to go back over to our electronic flight bag. Come back in here. And let's go. Actually, I need to go back over here. Return. I need this load sheet, I believe. Yep, compliance. Accept that one. And let me look at these real quick just so they say view, because I'll get, if not, I'll get a notification on the eCam that I have a company message and I want the company to leave me alone. Oh, back over here. Load that. Sync my weather. There's my weather. Calculate. There's all that. Send that to the McDo. Done. Come back over here. And I forgot to do that too. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I got my numbers right. So B1, 148, takeoff, rotate is at 148. Should be off the ground by 149. All right, and let's see. We're going to go back to init. Oh no, my block was 16. Everything else looked fine, but my block, oh, 125.6. Okay, that's all right. Let's get started. All right. I want to get rid of that. Beacon on. We're going to tail ground. Get the APU. Oh, we got about 3 seconds. Okay. Turn that on. Wait for that to become available. Go down here. Watching this screen right there. They are not here now. They are showing up at, okay. So you're gonna be, so that's what I'm saying. You're gonna wait for your people to show up at 2, and then start playing. Oh, no. I mean, you get an EF5 hits, you better hang on to something. I mean, come on. We all saw, we all saw Twister. Helen Hunt, and whatever his name was, he's passed on now. I can't think of the actor's name. He was actually one of my favorite actors too. But yeah, both of them, come on, they hid in a barn full of dangerous tools during an EF5. It can happen. I'm just saying. If it happens, okay, APU is now available. Perfect. Okay, so we can go overhead. Let me get back to this screen. I know, I'm just picking on you, Ken. Just trying to aggravate you. All right, APU's on. Okay, so APU is on. APU bleeds on. We can get rid of external power to the electronic flight bag, and we can go into our Fenix screen, ground services, remove chocks and cones, remove the GPU. All right, back to outside. Ooh, you can hear the. Whoa. I think I'm heading for that. Looks like everybody's taking off from that runway. All right. Let's see if I can angle this down. I need to change that. Yeah, big little heat exhaust there coming from the APU. I love that. Let's get back inside. Hello, GSX. I want to watch and see. Since I reconfigured this, I want to see exactly how, if I need to go back in and reconfigure this part of it. Walker's coming out. Going to put the pin in the front ear. How do I know this? I watch YouTube guy, Stick Shift. Transavia going out. Perfect with the tug. I like it.
Orly ground, Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, Sierra ready to taxi IFR.
Transavia Tango Victor
24.
4758 taxi to and hold short of runway 24. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Ooh. All right. It said remove the parking brake. Parking brake's off.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 acknowledge last transmission.
Oh yeah. Where's my co-pilot? Why aren't
Taxi
you?
to and hold short runway 24 Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
Now I found a Transavia livery, and try as I might, I can't get it to load up. And it's supposed to be for 2020 and 2024. All right, let's go back overhead. Seatbelts on, no smoking sign on, everything is on. I'm not going to turn the taxi lights on yet, but strobe can go to auto. We'll turn taxi lights on once we get rid of the pushback tug. That way we're not blinding our ground crew. Because I've heard those lights are like very, very bright. Yeah, I did turn off the taxi ribbon. I believe that's 2-4 over there, so I'm going to head over there. Parking brake set. Waiting on me. Let's look at our... Didn't I? Oh, I haven't done... I was like, what's wrong with number 1? I forgot to flip it on. So now they're going to nag me waiting for a good engine start. I mean, come on, you gotta love this stuff. My buddy Ken here, all he does, he just jumps in the plane and flies. I love this stuff. I love the immersion. And I just gotta pick on Ken. He's my buddy. Well, come on. I mean, that's the thing, Roadburner. It's like, I mean, that's I'm being serious. I'm being silly, not serious. I mean, they're in that barn, holding on to a pipe with a belt, and they've got all these freaking tools all around them. It's been a long time since I saw a movie, but they're like, you know, made the comment, who are these people? They're farmers. That stuff is like meant to kill. I mean, anyway. But yeah, no, it's all right. We have a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Okay.
Orly Tower Europa 5, 1 November Papa at runway 24 ready for departure IFR to Palma. Europa 5, 1 November Papa altimeter 29.83, winds 29er at 5. Cleared for takeoff runway.
You know what? Do I have the chart for this? Actually, I think I might have printed it out. I did find a way, by the way, Ken, that you can print out the Jeppesen charts. I did do that. There we go. I actually have it printed out. And that is 24 right where I'm going. Okay. Left's clear, right's clear. Okay, thank you. Now, normally I would have had like tail go off to the left so I can be lined up. And GSX will do a good job putting you on the taxiway. Alright. Alright. Showing me the pin. And then a little wave goodbye. Yep, there it is. Bye-bye. Alright, let's get out of here. Parking brake off. Actually, let me set my parking brake real quick. I gotta go back up overhead before I start the taxi. Light on. Lights on. We'll go up one notch and actually extend the landing. Or yeah, my landing lights out. APU bleed can come off now because our engines are running. We can shut the master switch off. Alright, and now we can go ahead and do our taxi.
Europa 5, 1 November Papa. Goodbye.
Alright, man, have a good one. Just as I'm about ready to get out of here. But it's okay. This flight's only going to be about an hour and 40 minutes anyway. So, but there's lots to do. I actually stay pretty busy up in the air. As automated as the Airbus is, and as broken as microshaft stuff is, there's lots to do. So this is actually, usually I have like the little arrows pointing on the ground. You'll notice that I have all that stuff turned off. And like I said, I usually have the little arrows pointing because I just don't know the airports. But I've had a lot of flights out of, oh, hang on, I gotta do a brake check here. Lined up. Good place to do a brake check. Perfect. Let's hold the brakes here.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you. All right. actually excited. I'm going out of 24. All my other flights have been like long taxi runs out to 06, which is like out in the middle of nowhere. So Ken, when is your TCA pack coming in? Have you tracked it? Alright. ILS marker landing. There's 24. Look at that! I found it. First time I've actually found the correct runway. I got yelled at the other day because I took off at the well, my flight plan had me taking off from this runway, but then ATC had me at 06, and then when I redid the flight plan, they moved it to 06. So, alright, we'll come up, hold short right here.
Orly Tower, Transavia Tango Victor, Foxtrot 475
Brake on.
ready for IFR departure, runway 24.
Go up overhead. Landing lights on. Nose light from taxi to takeoff. We don't need wing lights. And everything else is set.
Runway 24, Transavia Tango Victor, Foxtrot
With the
4758.
cabin no. Just because I wanted to push a button, really. There's no reason to do that. If I want to get into the immersion, yes, no update, still says Tuesday. Alright. Alright, we're going to move up and line up out here on the runways. Make sure we're lined up on the center line. I'm not going to follow that. I'm going to come out here onto the piano keys. Threshold. I think that's the technical name. I don't know. I'm still learning this stuff. It's like Run 8 trains, man. I learned a lot about railroading playing Run 8 trains. I'm starting to learn a lot about aviation. Alright, we're going to line up. And we should be good. We'll hold right here. Alright. Tow brakes on. Everything on. Parking brake off. Auto brake to max. That was right there. That's on the TCA pack. Auto brake to max. Flap 1 configuration. We need to extend. Yep. And takeoff configuration, last check. Takeoff configuration set to normal. Flaps are already, or trim has already been set automatically. Here we go. Bring it up to about 50%. Wait for those engines to stabilize. Alright. And I'm not going toga. This is flex. Little bit of left rudder. It keeps wanting to go off to the right. E1 coming.
Orly Tower Air, Portugal. 437 X-ray ready for IFR departure, runway 24.
V1 and rotate.
X-ray line up and wait.
Positive rate. Gear up. Step back into climb. Autopilot on. Oh, I don't want landing sequence. What am I doing? Let's go constraints on both sides. Actually, I'll do waypoints over here. Where's waypoint? Let's go.
Going to 127.75 Transavia Tango Victor, Foxtrot 4758. Orly departure Transavia Tango Victor, Foxtrot 4758 is at
We'd be flying.
1,700 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Transavia
Now on the pilot's life, you're going to see that screen change quite a bit because it's going to track my flight there.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 traffic is 6 o'clock 4 miles at 300 feet Airbus. Report them in sight.
Oh, we got traffic in the area.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 traffic in sight.
6 o'clock, that's behind me. How can you see behind me, co-pilot? Oh wait, I forgot, they're female.
Orly departure Air Portugal 437 X-ray is at 1,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
So the injector on this is actually going to be creating not only a lot of, like you saw, the traffic that was down there on the ground, most of that was all AI, but it was AI up in the air as well too. So, and it could actually put somebody in front of me on my approach, which if it does that, I'm going to fly through them because I haven't figured out how to do a hold yet. And there is a way to do a hold, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's really cool how it works. Okay, QNH, set the standard. Oh, we're past, I'd missed the S, so we are on, we can go no flaps. I wasn't paying attention. There's an S that will slide down. Ground spoilers, we don't need those armed anymore. I can come up overhead and turn off and retract. This one's a little tricky. There it is. Okay. Alright. Oops, I don't want that. I want this. There we go. Oh. I missed something. Bad on me.
Goodbye.
Weather radar and wind shear. I didn't turn those on. I should have turned those on before I took. Oh, how about we lock our cabin door too so we don't have any terrorists come in and stab us with a knife. Just saying.
Traffic.
A little traffic warning. Oh, that's easy. Somebody else is. Somebody is like. Can't see who's passing. Okay, we're going. Oh, right there. Look at that plane right there. Holy crap, that was close. Oh, let's get off of plan. Get onto ARC. There we go. Now, I'm holding at 10,000 feet because I've got the constraints turned on, and I'm at 10,000 feet by that waypoint, unless they tell me to go different. Geez, they're just passing me from one person to another to another.
125.7 Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
Alright, I'm going to have to get a little bit better on the startup of my stream for these flights, because I'll be doing these every so often. This is, like I said, it's part of the name, TheLazyFarmer Simulations, so I'll be doing, I got to do some farming sim stuff, and I got to do some flight sim stuff. I got ranch sim now too. Alright, 17,000 feet. And push in. It's a managed
climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
123.875 France Soleil 3069er. Goodbye.
I want to make this, well, I got the print smaller. I'd like to make the whole window smaller, but we'll just make that go away. Objectives, we can go make that go away.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 10 air hop 1656. Air hop 1656 climb and maintain flight level tree 60.
There we go. And a nice little thumbnail. I'll change my thumbnail for this stream.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 60 air hop 1656.
Alright, flight level 170. Today I was not paying attention. Climb and maintain flight level 250. Alright. Yep, thank you. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Easy tree 471 traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level tree 20 Airbus. Report them in sight.
So on a pilot's life, I started my career and I played around a little bit with career mode in 2024. It's very similar to NeoFly for 2020, just a little I've seen. Pretty cool though, because I don't know, maybe I set that up, I don't remember doing that, but it picked Yolo Airport, which I used to live in Yolo County, which is up by Sacramento. So I gotta play around with that. But I did watch a video last night from Easy Sim Pilot. Okay. Easy Sim Pilot, and it's about setting up the TCA pack. So Ken, I'm going to go ahead and I'll link that to you in Discord because that's one reason why. Another reason why I haven't gone over there and used 2024 exclusively because I'm having problems with the TCA over there. So it's not intuitive, but I mean, you would think in this day and age it'd be plug and play. It's not. And I did make a comment on his stream. It was very good. I liked it. Thank you for everything. It's good hints. The only thing that he left out at the very beginning, at about the 2-minute mark, he does talk about, when you get your TCA pack, to download and install, download from Thrustmaster the software for it and install it. Okay, great. But the key point, which really helped me here in 2020 setting it up, isn't just installing it. Is you have to, you got to run it, but the first thing you want to do is use that software to update your firmware. Parent center, okay. I'm just looking, making sure we're still supposed to be going to 2,500 feet. We are. Here it is. I was looking. 310.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 10 Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
All right. So anyway, so an update in both the side stick and the captain's pack, which has the throttles and the speed brake and the flaps. Both of those needed their firmware updated. So, and once I updated the firmware, then I really had no issues in 2020. It was at that point it became plug and play. So I really want that to, you know, to, if I'm going to give you anything on today's flight, that's it. So I have somewhere around here, I do have a checklist for this, but it is like the massively detailed checklist that if you're going to be a real pilot, that's what you got to go through. I'm not a real pilot. I don't want to go into, I want the immersion, but I don't want that minutia. So, and you know, like my buddy Ken does the same thing. It's like he wants to get in and fly, and I appreciate that. Yeah. See, I like this. The Injector is actually doing more. There's more planes going in there, so the ATC's got to work a little bit harder.
Paris Center Nouvelle Air 509er is at 14,900 feet, climbing 17,000 feet. Nouvelle Air 509er Paris Center altimeter 29
exceeded. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I know why I didn't, because I had my flaps. I didn't put my flaps in. That's what that was a warning from. All right, so coming to top of climb here, should be at flight level 350 by the time I hit top of climb. I've passed Ariksu, which is my SID transition point. Mach speed and distance to the runway is 398 nautical miles. So we should get another command here to go to 350, then we'll hold 350 for about 30 minutes or so, and then we'll actually, when will we start? After De Gaulle, then we get our top of descent, and then that's where I start watching speeds come off the Mach down to 250, drop down to, by PPG, we gotta be at flight level 27,700 feet. But this is where ATC won't, Microsoft ATC won't follow this. Beyond ATC is supposed to follow whatever you go with in SimBrief. Like I said, I fought with them yesterday to the point that I'm not talking to them today. Let me go into, I don't need that anymore, so I put this up. I just want to see, I've got, there's no, unless there's other people flying for other companies, I'm not seeing a lot of people out there. Got somebody following me.
Transavia Tango Victor, Foxtrot 4758.
350. Okay, let's go to 350. Oops, I don't want that panel. I want this one. 350. That's control, and in the Fenix, that's control 7. That gets me there, and that's where I need to go in and set the controls up. I can probably fly like the Inabuild's A320 version 2 and go through, and if I go in and do a lot of configuring before the flight, make it just like the Fenix. But the Fenix made it, they really did it's a work of art. If I wanted to get the add-on pack for a pilot's life, you would actually hear all the in-cabin stuff, and you could even turn around, open the door, and see people coming in and sitting down at the seats. But that puts a load on the processor. I was having a stuttering issue, so I turned a lot of stuff down and got rid of a lot of stuff. So, and I'm flying. If, like I said, going back, and like I said, I had no ribbon update, or so I might still do that because I still don't know some of the airports. Especially when I go land, I don't have that one printed out. It's a good time to do this. Get into options, assistance, I think is where it's at. I don't want points of interest. Nope. Navigation aids, yeah, taxi ribbons. Oh, well, that's interesting. Taxi ribbons was on, but it didn't work. Okay. Back in flight. All right. Oh, yeah, trust me in the area. So this is where I go into the electronic flight bag at this point, and I'm going to go into my arrival performance, and I'm going to refresh the METAR. And what I could even do is go over into here, AOC menu, get weather request, and let's see, that was for LEBL. So LEBL. Let's get the latest one. Okay, return, receive messages, there's our weather data. Okay, so let's compare it to what's in the electronic flight bag. So we've got a QNH of 1015, 27, winds are, see, ground temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, winds are 210 degrees at 6 knots and variable clouds. Okay. Transitioning over. Okay.
Is at flight level 340, climbing flight level 350.
METAR. Okay. Okay. And then landing weight. Now my expected landing weight. Let's get sim brief up again. A lot of people out there in the pilot's world. I mean, all worldwide. I just saw it. You'll see it moving around there. A lot of planes flying, but I can clear that up by just, changing to the airline I'm flying for. And there's me here, and there's one guy over here over Madrid, and there's another guy over here. Okay. So, all right. Let's see. I want to view flight plan. All right, and if I scroll down, landing weight is 60,000. So 60. We'll call it 60.8 is what we're going to call that. So landing weight right here, 60.8. Enter that. All right, so let's minimize this. So basically right now, full flaps, manual land, idle no reverse, max reverse. Usually what I go into, auto thrust off. So I can disable that. And then we go low brakes, medium brakes, and you can see if we go max brakes, we're going to stop within 3,000 feet of the end of the runway. We'll actually land somewhere in here, but we'll be like making passengers like kiss the seats in front of them. So we're going to go low brakes. So it'll be a low brake stop. We'll probably taxi off the runway somewhere down here. So 88 pounds. So we're good. Okay, we're all set. So now we go take this information. Let's go back here. Go into performance. We're going to find our
Clear of conflict.
what?
82645 traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at flight level tree 40 Airbus. Report them in sight. Orly Niner 537 traffic is 2 o'clock 2 miles at
Ooh,
flight level
contracts.
70 Boeing. Report them in sight.
Oh, I don't have seatbelts on.
82645 have the Airbus in sight.
It's turbulence. There we go. Now they can get up and walk around, use the bathroom, all that kind of good stuff. Alright, and back to what we were doing here. Okay, so we're going to do the QNH, which was we got 299, that's in inches in mercury, so we can still put that in. 2997. Alright, expected temperature is 27 Celsius. Put in 27. Alright, and our winds were 210 at 6 knots. 210 at 6 knots. Very close to what we already had. That's not us. Okay. They're keeping us at 350. I'm okay with that. We just need the baro for our landing. So let's go back into here so I don't have to hear the noise. Although the flight outside is looking pretty good though. Alright, I want Navigraph. This takes a while to come up. I need the chart. Alright, we're going to load in our flight plan. Okay, flight plan's in. There we are. Here's where we're going. Charts. And we've already landing on today. Let's bring this up on this screen over here. We are slated to land at wrong page. 24 right. So there we go. ILSC 24. Don't want that. Where's 24? 24 left, 24 right. Here we go. Let's look at ILSZ. Be 227 degrees. I'm looking right here. And LS out. Let's see. So 550 nautical miles. Is that nautical miles or miles? Just miles. So top of the descent, I need to be under 2,300 feet. And so I'm going to be at 2,000 feet. So I can intercept the glide slope, and the barrel I'm looking at is going to be, I'm going to go with 227. So close that out, go back into here, 227. Alright, full flaps. We can do a flaps 3 landing, but I'm going to go full flaps on this one. We are set. Alright. So right now we are in our cruise phase, managed, not ready, not until we get into our descent phase and approach. We'll get close. So probably when we get close to our approach phase, we'll go ahead and activate it. So right now we're pretty much set. Oh, actually, let's go back down here again. I want flight plan. So I keep an eye on where all the waypoints as I'm going by, and when I see top of descent, that's my morning. I start watching all this information over here and make sure that we fly to the constraints. We are. We're set. Okay, so I can get rid of this screen on this monitor. We are the red bar here. You can see we are almost halfway. Our plane's right there. This one's moving away. This one's still sitting on the ground. That must be sitting on the ground in Merced. But actually, in Madrid. Merced, that's where I live. In Madrid, so yeah, only 2 other people flying for this company. A lot of people flying on Pilot's Life.
Going to 125.375 Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758. Bordeaux Center Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 flight level 350.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 Bordeaux Center radar contact. Continue to Valkill.
Actually, I'm going to go here and click on that. Get that shade up. See if that helps with. Not really. I was hoping to get some glare off these screens. Oh well. Put the shade away. How about I can do this one? Ooh. Still doesn't help with the glare. Can I see it when I look at it? Oh, I can see it when I look at it, so that's fine. That's it. Now we just cruise. Alright, man. Have a good one. See you, Canada. You probably already left. So, I will catch you later. Probably tomorrow, if you got company. Sorry, guys. Rubbing my microphone here as I'm drinking some coffee. Steward has brought me coffee.
Bordeaux Center Air Hop 1656 flight level 360. Air Hop 1656 Bordeaux Center radar contact. Continue to Lourdes. Juliet Yankee Delta contact Bordeaux Center on 124.05. Good day. Airbus Juliet Yankee Delta. Goodbye. Bordeaux Center Ryanair 727 is passing flight level 340, climbing flight level 350. Eurowings 522 climb and maintain flight level 370.
Listening to the radio chatter. Sometimes I'll just let that go so you guys don't have to listen to me ramble on. Alright, so yesterday we had a nice operating session, almost 5 hours stream yesterday, operating session. Southern California, I was working out of the Bakersfield Yard Run 8 train simulator. If you guys haven't caught that, go ahead and take a look at that one. And like I said, we'll be doing some farm sim. I got to do farm sim, but I mean, like, honestly, even, you know, Run 8's my passion, but I've, with the captain's pack and everything, and the Fenix, this has been fun. I mean, I've gotten rid of, slowly started getting rid of like all little waypoints, and I had little like clues here. Okay, this is coming up. I'm getting rid of those. I got rid of the little brackets that show up for landing to make sure that I'm in the glide slope. I'm using the system, and these are the systems that are provided you through the Airbus, not just the Fenix, but the Airbus in general. It's that intelligent of a plane. I have the PMDG 737. I want to learn that. Okay, and this is kind of interesting. I ran a tutorial, followed along with a tutorial on how to start the PMDG 737. And as I'm going through it, I'm like, this is like not. Wow, this is so. I mean, it's night and day between an Airbus and a Boeing. I found a video last night, and this guy is an actual pilot, and he's flown the 737, he's flown the 320, and from Airbus, and so he's like, what are the differences? Which one is better? And almost everything across the board, except one thing, everything across the board, Airbus has done better. Okay, and we follow along in the news, and like I said, I'm just a sim pilot. I mean, what do I know? I'm a sim train engineer. I'm a sim pilot. I have a company message. See what they have to say. No ADC required. Okay, we're on track. I had failure yesterday on that and had to try to do a realignment. I think that's why I was fighting with ATC about being like 5 miles away from the airport, because the sim itself, I think, because by their radar they would have known where I was at, maybe, I don't know. So, but where was I? Yeah, we're just going to hold 350 until we get into our top of descent, top of descent. We'll actually show up here. We haven't even gone past the halfway point. I'm watching. There'll be a little dot right here. ETOP, I think is what this, or ETP, I think is what it says here. That's about our halfway point. So it's like, I'm guessing it stands for estimated turn point. So basically, we're at that point. Like, if we have a problem, we have to go back to our airport. We could turn around before that point. After that, we have a problem. We got to continue on, you know, or try to find a closer airport to land at. So anyway, so the difference between the Airbus, and it was very interesting listening to this guy, and he was like, who are they yelling at? I don't know. See, this one here, I don't know if that's injected or if that's an actual, and I don't get that one. I don't have the injector on, so I think it is injected. So they're telling this person, I mean, and that's what I get sometimes. That's what I got a lot. So they did respond, though. They did say, you know, you're below your flight, climb and maintain, and they did respond, so they'll be climbing. So, but it's interesting to hear that kind of chatter, and I like it. It actually kind of, like I said, it's part of the immersion, and that's the injector from FlyByWire. Here's ETP I was talking about. That's our halfway point. So right now I've got this set for 10. I don't know why it's so close. Let's go to 20. Here we go. So each one of these arcs, that's the 5, we're 5 miles away. Here's 10, 15, 20 miles. Mingo is our next one. We're doing good. We're flying at about 250 miles per hour. Mach 7.4, 0.74, 0.74, sorry, 0.74, not Mach 7.4. That'd be almost 7.5 times the speed of sound. They're working on that. Trying to get, I know they, I was watching something that on Airbus, there's some they got some plans. And right now Airbus has a nasty habit of succeeding in their engineering. But anyway, going back to the differences between... Okay. So if we look at the overhead panel, this is an example. If it's not lit up, okay, and I mean battery, we want the batteries to show us what our charge is on the batteries, and this stuff doesn't count. But any of these other buttons, if they're lit up, there's a problem. Okay, we want everything, we want all the buttons off. Everything's off, everything's normal on an Airbus. On a, that's somebody else. On a Boeing, some of your lights down here would be off, but then some up here would be on, and you know, if you got all your all your switches on an Airbus, they all flip in the same direction. Okay, on is toward the back of the plane, because remember we're looking at this overhead, or if in our perspective here, down is off, up is on. Boeing, half the switches are down, half the switches are up. I mean, there's no logic. There's no, I mean, and Airbus has actually made a point to, hey, if we're gonna make you flip a switch, we're not gonna put that switch somewhere near another switch that could cut off something important. Hence the Air India accident. That they're down to, some of the reports that I've been seeing, whether, once again, it's from the internet, so air quote, I don't know if it's true or not, but according to some of the officials that I've been seeing, what caused the Air India accident on that Boeing is that they went to go flip some switches and they turned off the fuel pumps because those switches were near something else. So on an Airbus, yeah, I mean, we go back to the overhead panel. The fuel pumps are all right here, but if I try to push one, I can't because I'm in flight. My engines are running. It knows, the Airbus knows, and this is in real life, not in the sim, I'm talking about in real life. The Airbus knows your engines are running, you're up off the ground, we're not going to let you turn off the fuel pumps. You know, not unless there's an emergency and you have to. Okay, now if one of these lights up because there's an engine on fire, then you can kill the fuel pumps. That's the kind of stuff. I mean, that's logic. So on that Air India accident, why would Boeing allow you to turn your fuel pumps off? In flight, you're up off the ground, you're moving. So I don't know.
Climb and maintain flight level 330 Alpine 1807.
But the funny thing is, this pilot I'm going back to, who's flown the 737s and who's flown the 320. Obviously, it's his favorite plane is the 320. And just a few years ago, I would watch the live stream from Heathrow, very busy airport, a lot of Boeing aircraft flying in and out. You watch it today, it's almost all Airbus, very few Boeing. You know, Boeing's had some issues, and personally, I think the issues is because they went down the DEI rabbit hole. Okay, and to the point that Boeing, we brought this up talking on my channel during Plan Run 8, that Boeing, the employees of Boeing even had a strike. Why am I dropping frames again? I had this problem yesterday. I'm watching my OBS here. I don't know why. We'll keep an eye on it. See, I had a problem. Now, yesterday, consider turning down video settings. Okay, let's go down. Let's go turn the video settings down a little bit. See if it'll let me.
Tomjet 47902, you are 500 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 370.
Lowered it just a little bit. See what that looks like. But I started to say, before I get back to Boeing, between the difference between Airbus and Boeing based upon this actual real world pilot, yeah, yesterday's stream, 5 hours, at the end of 5 hours, all of a sudden I'm like, why am I mean, normally my streams over there are solid, and all of a sudden I'm like, why am I dropping frames? Why is it stuttering? What's going on? At the end, it ends abruptly because OBS forced an update on me. You know, and my buddy Ken, who was streaming at the same time, he didn't have that issue, but then after the stream was done, we got done after 5 hours. After the stream was done, he went in and looked at it, and sure enough, he had an update.
Transavia Tango Victor, Foxtrot 4758. Goodbye.
Okay, we're changing.
Marseille Center, Transavia Tango Victor, Foxtrot 4758, flight level 350.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
All right, we're actually looking for de Gaulle here. We've passed Mingo, that's why that's green. We've passed Mingo, we're now looking to pass de Gaulle, and then we'll be at the top of the descent when we start making our descent into Barcelona. On the coast of France, southern coast of France. Well, actually, the southern coast of Spain. Someplace in real life I'd like to go. See, that's on my bucket list, honestly. Besides helping churches get started, I think I would end up spending a lot of my time traveling. Looks like we got a plane. Yeah, we do have a plane passing us right there. You actually saw see the contrail, and we got to see the lights as well too. Let's take a look and see. And there he goes. It's a crowded sky today. I gotta set up my hotkeys because I like to get one like as right about here when I go to drop my landing gear and then pop right back in again. So I gotta set those up. Get you what they call money shots, or so what that Nouvelle 509, they've been yelling at him. He's responding, but he sure ain't doing it. Alright.
120.75 Marseille Center Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 flight level 350.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 Marseille Center radar contact. Continue to Eagle.
De Gaulle, right there.
Marseille Center Boeing 898 is at flight
We
level
hold this flight level until we pass top of descent, and then we need to be down. I start looking at that. PPG is our next one after that. We need to be down to, looks like, flight level 270. So we need to drop about 8,000 feet. We'll start our descent. Once we hit top of descent, we'll start our descent down there. And usually I have to ask them. I am flying the constraints, but I don't know. I'm a little nervous. And I'm not going to do it on a stream, but I think maybe one of these days I'm just going to let the plane fly the constraints and see what it does. Because right now in the magenta, we look down there. What I'm talking about is we're passing here. We're looking for top of the descent. PPG should slow down to 250. 278 is where we need. We're at 350, so we need to get down to 2720. I can do 27,800, and then down to 2,000 or 22,100 feet. And it says we can do it. That's what the magenta means. We can hold that speed, get down to there, and if not, I mean, I might let it try. Let's see what it does. Let's see if ATC will get me down to 2,700 after I hit top of descent, or am I going to have to start yelling at them, going, "Hey, I need to descend," which is what I ended up having to do yesterday. So today I'm doing 2 flights. This is the first of 2. The second one will not be streamed though, because I will be, if I go in to Pilot's Life, if I'm looking at my schedule, I have 2 flights left on my schedule right here. I'm doing the top one right here, which is Paris Orly Airport, Paris, France, to Barcelona. And then I'll be bouncing over to Palma de Mallorca Airport out of Palma de Mallorca, Spain, and flying back to Paris Orly, and that will finish this schedule. And then I'll see what my new schedule will be. It'll be this flight though. It'll be a test flight because I'm actually going to go set up everything, try to nail my routine down a little bit, but get this set up and actually try to get beyond ATC working to where I actually have to talk to them. I want to be able to talk, key up, talk to them, not do like I'm doing over here on, and click on my responses. I want to actually start talking. And all this is to get ready and train myself, because then I want to start doing VATSIM. And that's don't goof around on VATSIM. And I'm already irritated. With VATSIM, I won't need to do the injector. I'm right here, heading for Barcelona. All right, here's our top of descent right there. Our little hockey stick. I'm leaving this panel open just because I want to make sure I don't miss if he's actually going to start telling me to start to descend.
Air France 1248 traffic is 8 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 1905 Airbus. Report them in sight. Eurowings 5
There's the coast. A little hazy out there today. I'm flying real weather, so I do have real weather on, so this is actually coming from weather radar in the area. Now, it might have me drop down to 27,000 feet when I hit PPG. I'm just going to let it go. I want to see what happens. If I have to expedite a descent, then I'll expedite a descent and make people like tumble forward. And oh, won't do that. Let's see what he does here. Alright, top of the descent is passed. Looking for PPG. Alright. So top of descent's just a marker. I'm watching down here at my MCDU. And maybe I'm just looking at it wrong.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 descend and maintain flight level 290.
290.
Air hop 1656 contact.
290, push in, so it's a managed descent. If I had just changed that to 290, it will not descend.
Maintain flight level 290 Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot.
So I had to push in, so now so now the plane's going to manage the descent. See, and there's PPG, which I'm supposed to be at 27,800. So we're going to see what they're going to do. I'm going to follow along. I've got constraints turned on, so we're just going to let the plane do its thing. I'm going to let air traffic controller do its thing. I'm going to trust in them until I don't trust in them. At 31,000 feet, heading for 2,900. Got a little bit of a headwind. Alright, we're under 3,000, heading for 2,900. See it coming on right here in blue, flashing amber around here. I'm approaching my descent. Speed's coming off, the plane's adjusting. 16? He did say 16. Alright, let's go to 16,000 feet. And we'll push in on that to make it a managed descent.
16,000 feet. Keep speed not above 280
Speed is managed, heading's being managed all by the computer.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 traffic is 5 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 275 Boeing. Report them in sight.
Can't remember what the little squiggly line means. I have to go look that one up or do a little more research on that. There is somebody else. I'm gonna have to put do some editing, because there are some people out there like, you know, all the 320 sim, or was it, well, Easy, is it EasyJet sim pilot or Easy sim? He's good. I like watching him. Gavin's his name. Get a lot of information from him. And then 320 sim pilot, he claims he is and I say claims because anybody can claim anything. But he claims that he is he's a actual sim pilot, or not a sim pilot, but an actual 320 pilot. I have no reason to disbelieve him. So not above 2,500 feet, not below 110,000 feet. That's what that's saying there, and with a speed restriction of not above 280 knots, and I'm at 270 right now. 25 heading for 16. Let's go back down here. Limit. Decel. So CLE is where I'm looking for. Yeah. I think CLE is where I'm going to put it into approach phase. More drag? More drag.
119.45 Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758. Goodbye. Barcelona Center Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 is passing flight level 235, descending 16,000 feet.
Pull back on the speed brake a bit. Right there. Slowing the plane down. Supposed to be right here. Speed brake is out, which is okay. You can see the speed brakes on the wings right there. They're open. Alright.
Barcelona Center Tomjet 47902 is at flight level 260, climbing flight level 370.
That purple, I think that magenta dot right there is also supposed to be my approach phase. Alright, landing system's coming on. I'm going to go to the approach.
Barcelona Center Air France 1248 is passing 11,300 feet, climbing
Oh, I should have entered that. Oh well. I want performance is what I wanted. There's, okay, next phase. I'm in the descent phase. Activate approach phase. Confirm. Alright, I'm in approach phase. What is the plan? Straight in. You know, last night they had me alright, they had me like go over the airport, come back, go out to the ocean, and then come back. So that was interesting. Alright. Speed brake still out, still trying to descend. Slowing this plane down a little bit. You're supposed to be at 16,000 feet. I'm at 17,900.
Tomjet 479er 2 traffic is 2 o'clock 2 miles at flight level 230 Boeing. Report them in sight. Transavia 679er 0 traffic in sight.
Okay, we're doing good. It's managing it just fine. Go back into manage mode. I'm trusting it. You guys are watching this. I'm trusting it.
Beeline tree 705 climb and maintain flight level 180.
Who? No, not me. Okay. After last night, it made me nervous.
Transavia 679er 0 contact Marseille Center on 120.75. Good day. Going to 120.75 Transavia 679er 0.
Airport right there.
Barcelona Center Ryanair 639er 0 is at 10,700 feet climbing flight level 370.
Oh. I just noticed a little mark right there. Up for flaps here.
Going to 120.75 Ryanair 639er 0.
Flaps one already. Just go overhead. Landing lights on. Taxi lights on. Seat belts on. Alright.
Scandinavian 4685 heavy Airbus in sight.
Let's get back into New York mode here. I was like, where am I looking at? Okay.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250 knots.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250 knots. Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
How fast? 250 knots. Okay. Full speed brakes out. Our speed was increasing. It is now slowing down. That's starting to increase again. It's trying. Jets are. It's trying to manage angle attack. There's CLE.
Ryanair 4321 traffic in sight.
Plane's got a steep angle of attack going on right now, even with a little bit of flaps out. Try to maintain the speed.
Climb and maintain flight level 350 Ryanair 5216.
Go away.
With Air 4115, you are
It says more drag. I already have speed brakes and flaps 1.
VOR DME runway 2 for right approach via Lespa transition. Clear to Lespa. Boeing 89er contact Barcelona approach on 126.505.
250. What are you guys, crazy?
With Air 4115, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, you are 4 tree miles northeast. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect VOR DME runway 2 full right approach via Charlie Lima Echo transition. Clear to Charlie
yeah,
Lima
no.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect VOR DME runway 2 full right approach via Lespa transition. Clear to Lespa with Air 4115.
This is what they did to me last night, too.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect VOR DME runway 24 right approach via Charlie Lima Echo transition. Clear to Charlie Lima Echo Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
Yeah, I'm on approach. I'm on final. We're gonna let it go. Speed brake off.
Barcelona Center Boeing 89er is passing 10,900 feet, descending 2,300 feet.
Well, 8,000 feet. I'm at 8. I'm like 900 feet over. I should be able to hit that. I got 5 miles out. About 4 miles now. And I'm at 8,800 descending still, so we're still good. Yeah, we're flashing, so we're gonna be okay. We're doing good.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Ryanair 8230, contact Barcelona approach on 127.7. Good day.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
Turned approach on.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, contact Barcelona approach on 135.28.
Right, so I could have actually turned on approach at CLE, but that's alright. We're good.
135.28.
Yeah, I learned
Transavia
to
Tango
trust the
Victor
system a little
Foxtrot
more.
4758. Goodbye. Barcelona approach Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 is at
Looks like a beautiful
7,800
evening
feet,
here
descending
south of Spain.
5,000 feet.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 Barcelona approach altimeter tree 0.01 radar contact. Continue. Europa 6102, you are 22 miles south. Descend and maintain 6,600 feet.
Cat 3 single. Oh.
DME runway 24 right approach via Bravo Charlie November 74 radial 12 DME arc cleared to Bravo Charlie November. Descend and maintain 6,600 feet. Expect VOR DME runway 24 right approach via Bravo Charlie November 74 radial 12 DME arc cleared to Bravo Charlie November Europa 6102.
do they have us to? 5,000? I need to descend 2 more thousand feet. This is what they did to me last night too.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 descend and maintain 2,300 feet.
Oh, okay.
Descend and maintain 2,300 feet. Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
That's the localizer top of, okay. Maybe I need to learn to trust. Let's go man speed. Alright, we got heading localizer down here. Localizer, alternate. Oh, okay, we're lining up. So I'm just waiting. This one will be starting to slide over. I'm still waiting for the one here. That way it would let us know we have the glide slope. We got planes out here we got to be aware of. Actually, we don't have to be aware of them. Air traffic control has to. Okay, we're coming up to green dot speed. Got green dot altitude. We're looking good. All right. There's our heading. There's our altitude. And then we should, when those line up, this will line up over here when we turn. This will start to come in as we capture the glide slope, and it should bring us right into the one. We're going too far right, so we should be going into this one runway right there. And then I just got to figure out where to go. Which, honestly, if I don't get the guide, I don't have the chart here. I should have printed that out. That's bad on me. I'll just find an open stall and call it good.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, you are 15 miles northeast of Barcelona. Contact Barcelona Tower on 122.1 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 122.1 Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758. Barcelona Tower Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 13 miles northeast inbound 4 DME runway 24 right approach.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 Barcelona Tower. Altimeter tree 0.00, wind 19 at 4.
Capture the heading.
Runway 24 right approach.
Barcelona Tower Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 inbound 4 DME runway 24 right approach.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758 Barcelona Tower. Altimeter tree 0.00, wind 19 at 4. Cleared VOR DME runway 24 right approach.
Cleared VOR DME runway 24 right approach Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
Go away. Gears down. Green lights on the gear.
Cleared to land runway 24 right. Cleared to land runway 24 right with air 4115.
Flaps 3. Full flaps coming up. Spores armed.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, follow the aircraft on final. Wind 199er at 4. Clear to land runway 24 right.
I want to get rid of that.
Clear to land runway 24 right, Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
Down and full flaps. Speed brakes armed.
One thousand.
Plane in front of us. I'm going to set it to medium. A little bit of stuttering.
With Air 4115, turn next taxiway.
Turn autopilot off here in a minute.
100 above. Minimum.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot
Minimum.
4758, go around. With Air 4115, contact ground on 121.705.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
121.705 with Air 4115. Goodbye.
Shut up.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758. Did you hear my last transmission?
Oh, all of a sudden my
Air France 1248, wind 199er at 4. Clear to land runway 24 right.
come on. Auto brakes off. Holy crap, where's that guy going?
24 right, Air France 1248.
Going around Transavia
Too
Tango
late.
Victor Foxtrot 4758.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, contact Barcelona approach on 135.28. Good day.
Screw it. See, that's the same thing they did to me. That was... What the hell was that? All of a sudden, that guy's going... I'm going to go do a round as I'm landing? No. Ground services. Let's see if I can get a... No, I don't want that. Here we go.
Barcelona ground Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, request taxi to the gate.
Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758, taxi to gate 148 via taxiway Golf November Sierra Hotel November Tango Zulu 6 cross runway 06 left Yankee 6 November.
Taxiing to gate 148 using taxiway Golf November Sierra Hotel November Tango Zulu 6 cross runway 06 left Yankee 6 November Transavia Tango Victor Foxtrot 4758.
I mean, I'm not sure when. I'll have to go back and look at the video. I don't know when that radio chatter came in. I think it was like right before I touched down, and then of course that one plane was taking off.
Croatia Tree 75 pushback request accepted.
I have no idea what It's got me going here, but we're going to get to the gate. We made it.
Was Air 48 Bravo Tango requesting pushback. Was Air 48 Bravo Tango pushback request accepted.
I did say taxi to gate, right? Yeah, I did.
Barcelona ground, Croatia Tree 75 requesting the end of pushback. Croatia Tree 75 request to end pushback received.
Flaps back up.
Barcelona
Speed
ground,
brake
Croatia Tree 75
off.
request be ready to taxi IFR.
Whoa.
Croatia Tree 75 taxi to and hold short of runway 24 right using taxiway Sierra 14 Sierra Hotel November Tango cross runway 02 Tango Tango 1. Contact tower on 122.1 when ready.
So I don't know if that was an injected plane that was taking off in the wrong direction.
Barcelona ground was Air 48 Bravo Tango with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
Or if they changed it the last minute, which, I mean, like, I'm just about ready to touch down. I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, I went the wrong way. I gotta go over there.
Contact tower on 122.1 when ready.
Alright, they gave me permission to cross, so I'm gonna cross.
Taxiing hold short runway 24 right using taxiway Sierra 14 Sierra Hotel November Tango cross runway 02 Tango Tango 1 Croatia Tree 75.
That made for an exciting time, though.
Right via taxiway Mike Echo 5 November cross runway 02 November Mike 1 was Air 48 Bravo Tango. Barcelona ground Boeing 905 Delta Kilo requesting pushback. Boeing 905 Delta Kilo pushback request accepted.
I think I forgot to turn off my landing lights. That's going to count against me on the flight if I did. Usually I come to a stop. There's my gate right there.
With Air 48 Bravo Tango, hold position, caution the Airbus on the taxiway.
I should be clear of that plane.
Hold position with Air 48 Bravo Tango. With Air 48 Bravo Tango, continue taxi. With Air 48 Bravo Tango, hold position, caution the Airbus on the taxiway. With Air 48 Bravo Tango, continue taxi. Barcelona ground, Scandinavian 4686 requesting pushback. Scandinavian 4686 pushback request accepted.
I don't see my marshaller.
Roger with Air 48 Bravo Tango. Barcelona
I
ground,
do not
Boeing
see a
905
marshaller.
Delta Kilo with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
Alright, we're
Boeing
going to call
905
that.
Delta Kilo taxi to and hold short of runway 24 right via taxiway
I'm going
Mike
to call
Echo
that
5
good.
November cross runway 02 November Mike 1.
Go up overhead. This is why I normally would, like, stop when I got off the runway. Take off. Well, that's set for taxi. That's set for taxi. And at this point, I'm going to go here, here, here. Ask for ground power and chocks and cones. Okay, we're going to go back up to the overhead. Go on external power. Call up GSX. Ah, geez. Seriously, I don't want to stop the engines yet. But I guess I got to.
taxiway Golf 8 Tango 1 Ryanair 8230.
Don't need the APU.
With Air 48 Bravo Tango, continue taxi.
Alright, so that little ping is pilot's life telling me once you turn off your engines, your flight's done, and you can go look at how you did and all that kind of good stuff. Let's go back up here. Go there, and let's go. Loading menu. Request deboarding. Now all the stuff shows up. Ah, here comes our jetway. We'll see if we get. Ooh. Half cargo. Deboard, yes. Aft cargo, forward cargo.
Croatia 375, hold position, caution other traffic.
Aft cargo, forward cargo. I just opened them up.
Croatia 375, continue taxi.
Yep, they're open. Sweet.
Roger, Croatia 375.
But never did see a marshal. I think I stopped pretty good, actually. Little off the mark. Now let's go overhead. I can turn that stuff off. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn the beacon off. Turn the strobe off. Seatbelts off. Smoke them if you got them. Disarm. Okay. And we'll go in reverse order here. Turn off that. Turn off that one. Turn off that one. And other than the batteries and the ground power, we're not done yet. So let's go back down. And we can see people walking off the plane. I think I probably could have come up. Well, this cart's sitting right on top of that, but I think that shows up after I pull up. I could have pulled up a little bit more. It's okay. We're good. I call it good. Calling it done. Not bad for a rookie. We'll get better. Alright, so that plane took off in the direction that I landed. That was the injector just throwing a plane in there at the last minute. Yeah, it's either that or maybe it was an actual somebody just like, because sometimes we'll run into that, people that want to get them and fly and they don't follow air traffic control, they just want to do their own thing. And see, and that's actually the runway I landed on. That plane's coming in the way I came in. So all of a sudden we got somebody going. Yeah, no, I think that actually might have been somebody else actually taking off in the wrong direction. Of course, from their perspective, I was landing in the wrong direction, but no, I was actually following the flight plan and following air traffic control. Like these guys here look like they're coming in. So I don't know. Kind of weird. There's one going off, kind of taking off in the direction that I. It is what it is. It's all right. Are we deboarded yet? Not bad. At 8,000 left. Deboarding the plane. Deboarding the plane. Well, that's it for this one. That's not bad for a first stream on this one. So we're going to call it good. We got the passengers safe. Everybody's walking away from the plane. That's all well and good. So there will be another one later on this week. Maybe even tomorrow. I'm still on vacation, so I might do another flight. But in the meantime, I'm going to call this one good. I'm going to set up for my next flight and play with Beyond ATC and see if I can't get that to work. Add that another level of immersion into Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So we're doing good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hang out. You can always check out my Run 8 videos as well. The link to the Discord is in the description of the Run 8 videos. Otherwise, I will catch you guys later. And if you do have Flight Simulator and you want to join, we can join the TLF group and we can fly together. And once again, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.